Hey, this is Dave from DQ Studios, and I'm going to be comparing the Rycote Baseball wind muff to my brand new Bubblebee Spacer wind control here. And I'm recording into my Sennheiser 8050, which is a hypercardioid microphone, into the P1 from X-Vive, which gives it phantom power, directly into a tentacle sync 32-bit float. And so it's going to be a pretty fair comparison. I also do have what they call the Windjammer for the Rycote, and I have the long pile fur from the Bubblebee Industries as well. So let's take a listen to all these different combinations and also the handling noise. So first of all, I'm going to put the baseball on. I know this microphone quite well with this on. I've been using it for 3 years with this. So let's use the noise. Let that settle in there for a second here. So I've got the baseball on right now, fairly transparent. There's not a lot of difference that I hear as far as the sound quality is concerned. As far as handling noise, I'm going to pick it up right now and take a listen. So right now, if I don't handle it I'm just going to handle it from the base, and I'm about 6 inches from the microphone. And I do have a bit of a shock mount here, so it is giving it some reprieve for my handling. There's a little bit of handling noise there, you can hear it. And so I'm going to blow into the capsule, and again, I'm about 6 inches away. So fairly good wind control from the front, from the side, blowing again. There is a lot of wind noise from the side. And then I'm going to put on the fur here. And this is about a medium pile fur. I've noticed that the Bubblebee is a bit longer on this fur. I'm going to blow directly from the front. Much better wind control from the side. And also quite good wind control. So this is actually pretty decent. With handling noise, there's definitely a little bit of handling noise there. Let's take this off. And here's the naked microphone. Oh, there is quite a difference. High frequencies, definitely cleaner when you take off all of this, including the pile fur. Whoops, there goes the baseball. I'll be right back. I gotta go retrieve my baseball. Ugh. Of course, I'm tethered with my in-ear monitors here. These are custom in-ear monitors by the good folks at Plunge Audio. So I'm gonna put back the baseball again. And if you take a look at the profile here, it's still quite transparent. It does take off a touch on the high end, but not too bad. I should take a look that you do still see quite a bit of the pencil of the 8050 with the Rycote here. I'm going to aim it back to the regular position, and again about 6 inches, 7 inches away from my mouth. Now I'm going to take this one off, and we're going to go nick it. So here's the microphone nick it. So I do hear a little bit more high frequency. It is less colored. Now I'm going to put on the Bubblebee Spacer here, and it is quite a bit longer, so it will almost cover the entire microphone. And let me just do that right now. It does go on quite easily, and right now I'm talking directly into the spacer bubble, and I'm going to compare that directly to the baseball in a second here. And I'm going to go to this side of it as well, and I'm going to go from the front. I'm going to blow into it. Definitely we get some wind noise. Going to the side, blowing into it. Also getting wind noise. I find the 8050 particularly susceptible to wind noise from the side. And I'm going to do some handling tests. There's actually less handling noise with the Bubblebee. I'm wondering if it's because it's got a larger rubber section in the back here gripping against it versus just a very tiny amount of rubber on the Rycote. I'm not sure, but there's a little bit less noise there. Now, this is a long pile fur, and this is quite a bit I find it longer than the Rycote Windjammer, and it does have a cinch on the back of it as well instead of Velcro on the back of the Windjammer, which I always find gets stuck to the hair itself. So to be truthful, I seldom To be honest, I seldom ever use this microphone outdoors. Actually, I never do. I pull up my 416, the Sennheiser 416, because I find that this one is really susceptible to wind noise, especially from the side. So the slightest breeze, I can't trust that this microphone won't pick up the noise of the wind. So this is with the full large or longer fur. They do make a medium pile fur from Bubblebee, but this is the kit that I got. Oh, also the kit also comes with this super nice plush pouch that's kind of actually padded. It's really nice. Probably one of the nicest pouches I've seen. Now, I'm going to blow into the front. Very good wind control. And then I'm going to move to the side, blowing into it. Definitely still some wind. I'm going to check the handling noise. So a little bit more controlled, I find, than the Rycote, and it might be just because it does have that larger rubber ring around the back. Now we're going to make the biggest difference. I'm going to pull all of this off together. And now we're just listening to the naked microphone. Again, you're going to notice a lot of the high frequencies are going to be a lot better at this point. And now I'm going to put on just the spacer bubble. And this one tends to go on a little bit easier. I find that with the Rycote, I do have to turn it and push it on quite a bit more. And so it just is a little bit easier to put on here. So here's the Bubblebee spacer, I think that's what it's called. I do quite like it. It does cover more. There's a little bit less handling noise. I am usually for dock work just leaving this on a boom, so I'm not handling it, so that's not too much of an issue. But it does sound very transparent. Let's take a look and listen to it with the Rycote. This is with the nothing on it right now, and I'm going to put the Rycote on it. And I find the foam has to settle a bit before you start recording because it continues to move and touch the capsule. You can hear that little bit crackling. That's just the settling of this wind muff. Almost there. There we go. Now, I do find that both of them are very similar. I don't think you'd be disappointed with either of them. If I had a choice and I was getting something brand new, I would go for the Bubblebee because I do find that there's a little bit less handling noise and I do find it just a touch more transparent. Let's go from the Rycote directly to the Bubblebee right now. So here's the Rycote and then here is the Bubblebee. And I'm not sure, I think both of them kind of take off the edge of the high frequencies, but I do find that this particular one allows the bass to get through a little bit more and there's less handling noise and it's easier to put on and off. It's a little bit larger as far as transport, but not a lot. So that's kind of the comparison. I think I'm going to be sticking with my Bubblebee. I do really quite like it. And yeah, thanks for watching. God bless, and I'll see you in the next video.